So right now, as you can see, it's a little bit too low. So if I go around and I see this opponent, before I can shoot him, I have to look up and get the shot. So this is poor centering. So you see as I go through, let me find an opponent, I go through. So if my centering's like this, when I look up, I have to adjust my aim, right? So that's not really what you want to do. This is poor centering. So what you want to do, and again, it looks kind of weird, but when you play, you're going to notice that naturally your centering might be slightly off. So when you watch a pro play, you're going to notice that as they go around the map, they move their right stick. So it's expected where, like, wherever they expect an enemy to be, that's where their right stick is. And this is how what you call good centering, okay? So as we go through, you can see as I'm moving, you see my centering is where it needs to be. So when I aim down sight, I'm able to kill my opponent immediately. Another thing I've noticed just from coaching people, even in the diamond level, you expect the centering to be good. One thing I've noticed is when they go through vertical areas, for example, stairs, they don't really adjust their centering. So one thing I would recommend is as you change verticality, also adjust your centering. So look, as we go through, you can see as we go down here, I'm going to go through, adjust my centering, and then get the kill. So you want to make sure you're constantly, when you're moving your left stick, you want to make sure you're constantly moving your right stick to counter it, so that you're basically making sure your centering is always even, okay? That's just the most important thing to have. And now let's talk about how to practice it. What I would say is go to a bot lobby and just to start, walk around. Literally walk around. As we walk, just make sure your crosshair, so your right stick is where it needs to be. Nice and simple. Walk around, walk around. So you see I aim in, get some shots off. Walk around. Okay, I see the opponent. I'm going to turn this way. I literally just walk around. I don't really do this anymore, but this is how I would start. I would go through, and just make sure our centering is good, okay? So that when you aim down sight, you want to basically make as little adjustments as possible. That's the most important thing when you're centering. Then, when you go through, you feel a bit more confident. Say, okay, I've warmed up for a little bit. Now I feel a bit more confident. Start running. Just start running. Simple like that. Just start running, and then you can stop. Again, we're just going through baby steps right now. So start running, go through, work on your centering. So now you're like, okay, my centering's a bit better. Now you can add a slide into your game. So you go through, you add a slide, and as you slide, you're going to notice as you slide, your right stick goes down. So let me show you again. So right now, as I slide, you go a little bit lower. So if you want to improve your centering, as you go down, you want to move your right stick up a little bit. Centering is basically just going to counter your movement. So for example, if I drop shot right now, I will move my right stick up a little bit. So if I drop shot right now, I move my right stick up because I want to make sure my crosshair is where it needs to be. So what centering does is it kind of goes the opposite way of your movement. That's probably the easiest way for me to describe it. And as you go around, you get more confident. You're going to see you'll be able to go around the map like this. You'll be able to move around with speed. You'll be able to get your centering on point. So you go through, use omni movement, slide to the right, and you'll just be able to get good centering by constantly kind of repositioning. Another thing is re-snapping onto people. Say I get this kill, instead of dragging my aim left like that, what you want to do is let go and recenter. Okay, so you'll see good players do this all the time. They'll get a kill, then they'll kind of back away, then they'll recenter. They'll snap, recenter. You see, it's easier than walking around dragging your aim because this is a bit slower and you're an easier target to hit. So those are kind of the general ways of improving your centering. Hope you guys enjoy the video.